We are now happy to be joined by University of Buffalo men's basketball guard Jayvon Graves. Jayvon, thanks so much for being here with us today, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. So I kind of want to start the interview back in high school a little bit and kind of move into, currently at UB. So you're a kid from Akron, Ohio. You went to St. Vincent St. Mary's in Akron. So tell me what it's like to play for a real established high school program like that nationally.
Play for a program like that it's just an honor to have that tradition and be able to compete against the best and play against the best. Carrying that name on, a lot comes with LeBron and just the tradition, and it feels good though.
Absolutely. So I know you also happen to play for King James Shooting Stars, and which is a fantastic AAU program. So could you tell us a little bit about that? I know also in your bio you said LeBron's your favorite player. You have any maybe like stories you could tell me from back in the day in high school?
Yeah, King James is a good AAU team. A lot of players went D1, high major, things like that, doing big things. And stories that I can tell, just he came to our games once or twice a year, came to practice, talked to us, just really tells us to keep going. Had a dunk in front of him like twice.
That's fantastic, no doubt. So kind of moving into your time now in Buffalo. So you obviously were recruited by Nate Oates, and Jim, who's the assistant coach, who obviously took over for Nate when he left for Alabama. So you played in every game during your freshman year, and that team obviously went on to beat 4-seed Arizona. You guys handed DeAndre Ayton last loss in college, which is so cool, in that NCAA tourney game. Tell us a little bit about that experience with freshman year. What kind of came with that for you, stepping into a role like that?
That experience, it was good. Just learning from the older guys, just getting established, making my way into the lineup and things like that. A lot of older guys taught me a lot of things. It felt good just to get that experience being a young guy.
I mean, you came in right away, and to have a core group around you, like CJ Massenberg, obviously, who's in the league right now, Nick Perkins, who had time in the league, Jeremy Harris, some real unbelievable ball players. Did having veterans on the team like that kind of help with your personal development as a player, you think?
It helped a lot. Those guys, I talk to them a lot still. I like to watch and see how they do things, how they went through different processes, and they helped me. So it's really good to play behind them guys.
Absolutely. I forgot to mention Carruthers. Can't forget to mention him. Also a big fan of his, so I definitely had to give him a shout out.
Really good players.
So obviously when Coach Oates left for Alabama, Coach Weitzel took over. Tell us a little bit about what that switch was like for you to no longer be playing under, Nate Oates, who had established such a dominant program at UB.
It wasn't a huge switch for me, just because Coach Weitzel, he worked day in, day out with us. He was a guy I was happy to have be the coach. And then they have a little bit of different styles, but it's pretty much the same for me and a lot of the guys, the older guys that was under Coach Oates. So it wasn't too much of a different change.
Gotcha. It definitely didn't impact your play as you went on for All-MAC first team 2020. So definitely you had a great season last year. And that was my freshman year at UB. So just from like a personal standpoint, coming to, the games, I went to almost all the games and watching you guys play, you absolutely lit it up last year. So that was definitely so fun to watch.
Last year was your first year, you said?
Yeah, I'm a sophomore right now. So
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun, definitely. So
what were
you
you guys
saying?
could be in there now?
Yeah, man, I know the fans definitely made like big difference. It has to be weird playing with no fans, right?
Yes, it's a little different. We've got used to it now, but
Yeah, definitely. So moving on a little bit, 2018, 2019, UB, back-to-back conference chips. You were a part of the longest home winning streak in the nation, which is something a lot of people don't know about Buffalo. Tell us a little bit what it was like for you playing in front of a sold-out alumni arena, going on that win streak, and just establishing dominance in your home court and, in Buffalo. Tell us a little bit about that experience for you.
Yeah, that atmosphere is something that pushes you over the edge, gets you going and gets the team fired up. And our coaches, they're big with the fans, and we love that support. Wish we could have it now, but we really appreciate it from afar too.
No doubt. So I mentioned last year, your junior year, you were named first team All MAC. And then after that season, you decided to put your name into the NBA draft while keeping the option open of another year of eligibility. So you obviously decided to return for your senior season. But could you tell us what ultimately ended up with you returning to Buffalo for your senior season, and then maybe go into a little bit about what the draft process was like for you?
Ultimately, it was one come back and win a MAC tournament championship, but also it was the coronavirus. It kind of messed a lot of things up. A lot of workouts couldn't get the full experience of the draft process. So that was a big part of it. But really, I'm ready to win the tournament right, this year.
Absolutely, got to go back dancing, right?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I mean, it was definitely, I know I was so happy that you decided to come back, obviously from a fan standpoint, but definitely. So obviously sticking on that experience for you due to the pandemic. So every player, the seniors, are getting an extra year of eligibility. Have you decided, what you're planning to do after this season yet? Are you planning to play professionally? Are you planning to maybe keep open the option of coming back to UB for another year of eligibility? Maybe get into that a little bit.
I haven't really thought about it, but I think I'll be playing professionally.
Gotcha. We're just focused on Ohio tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So I do want to ask you, being like the leader on this team, like I feel like you're definitely one of the bigger leaders on the team, being an older guy in the room. This year, I know it's obviously difficult with COVID, but tell me a little bit about some of the other guys in the room. I know you guys have tons of talent, some transfers. Josh Mbala is having an unbelievable season. Ronaldo's another unbelievable player who was highly recruited. Janathan, just, you guys have such a deep roster this year. And I just, tell me a little bit about what this year has come with and all about it.
This year it's been a little different. A lot of games have got canceled. We've had to figure out who we'll play next. A lot of you'll film for one team and then you have to play a different team. So that's different, but a lot of guys have stepped up. You got the guys you named, and then we got a lot of people coming off the bench that stepped up this year. And we're very talented. That's our big thing, and our chemistry is coming together. Just got to get a few guys just staying healthy, and it's really good for us.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm really excited for David Skogman. I really like the way he plays. I think his potential is crazy, and just seeing little sample size. Obviously, he redshirted last year, but little sample size of what he's done, he seems legit. He seems really good.
Yeah, he's really good shooter. He's getting more physical in the paint. He's got the full package.
Absolutely. So I got to ask you, favorite wing spot in Buffalo? Had to throw that one in there for you.
I would say Elmo's. Me and my team, we always get Elmo's about every other week or so. So
they have good wings. I also like Elmo. It's good spot for sure.
What's your favorite?
Elmo's is a good spot for sure. I know everybody says this. I like Anchor Bar, but I know a lot of people, that's controversial. If you get into it about Buffalo, they take the wings very seriously, but
definitely is good.
So LeBron or MJ? I know you're obviously probably going to say LeBron, but
I like LeBron, but I'll say MJ is better.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. I agree with you there, but that's definitely a good one. So just wrapping it up a little bit, really appreciate your time. Wishing you the best of luck going forward this season and, in your professional career. You're an unbelievable player, and I know personally I've really enjoyed watching you play over the last few years.
I appreciate it. Thanks for reaching out to me, and do it any other time you want.
Absolutely. I appreciate that, man.
Appreciate it. Yep.